When we were in school, we were told that there are no dumb questions. Well, we all know that that's not true. And our quest today is to find the dumbest one. Speaking of the dumbest one, I'm your host, Todd Womack, and joining me are Austin-based comedians Mario Digiorgio, Mac Blake, and Lisa Delarios. How are you guys?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Doing all
Yourself?
right over
Also
here.
doing good.
And you?
Doing good.
And it's good to see you.
You.
He's
looking at me.
We hug each other when we see each other because we know each other.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, here's the deal. Each panelist has brought in a few dumb questions, and instead of directly trying to figure out the answer to each question, we're going to look at sites like Yahoo Answers to see what kind of answers are already out there from people who use sites like Yahoo Answers. The cream of the crop. And if it's an actual good question, we might actually delve into the answer. But otherwise, let us begin our quest for the dumbest question.
Woohoo!
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Mac,
Yes.
I believe you're up first.
That sounds good.
What have you?
You want me to get into my questions here?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Question number 1. How much of the ocean is fish pee?
How often do you think that?
You know, I was trying to come up with some questions today that I actually thought about. And this sounds like just a question you think about while high or something. But it was like, there's fish are just in the ocean forever, right?
Yeah.
For a long time. There's something in the ocean.
Yeah.
Lightning struck it. I don't know how
The
evolution
lucky
works.
ones.
Yeah. And, they're constantly, can I swear?
Yeah.
They're pissing and
Fuck
shitting or whatever fish
Yeah.
do. Do fish piss and shit? I don't know. But then they're like dying in something. I mean, is all then like molecules on the bottom of the ocean? Or is that just what the ocean is now?
No, there's a bunch of porta potties at different areas of the ocean that you
Because
can
it doesn't,
get out.
I mean, it's swirling around, but it's not like it.
Isn't it all inside the catfish bellies?
Yeah,
Are they
well, maybe
they're
bottom
just-
feeders. See, is
They're
it?
just sucking it all up. Just
I hope
the
so.
little hoovers of
Or
the sea. Although
algae.
catfish aren't in the sea.
You know, I saw
Oh.
I saw a fish pee in the '90s. They were touring
great
with
band.
spin doctors.
Oh,
They went
stuff.
together to the bathroom. Here's what when I consulted the old Yahoo Answers. Matt, can you read that
Okay.
whole answer?
Oh, there we go.
so glacier melt from the poles and rain don't count. Any urine would be any urine would be deconstructed over time down to its individual component parts.
Thumbs down.
How about this one? The ocean is 0% fish urine. Fish do not produce urine. It does not exist. Therefore, the world's oceans contain no fish urine.
That was from Mark Buzzkill 4 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, did you see the actual decent answer? Are we allowed to read that?
Yeah.
Fish rid themselves of nitrogenous waste by producing ammonia, not urine. So
Same diff.
Well,
yeah,
okay.
how
here's
much
So
urine,
how much
ammonia
ammonia?
is on the
this is a
ocean?
good example of like a question that's actually not that dumb. So I actually used let's go to Marine Science Today, had a pretty good.
Finally, some science.
August
long is-
19th, 2016. Well, I mean, come on. We don't know. There may have been some breakthroughs.
Yeah, this is a little outdated.
Yeah, in the last 10 months or so.
But this one, look, this is the real answer. Why don't you read
So the
that?
question, do fish pee? The short answer is yes. Fish have kidneys and they produce urine, which contains things like creatine, urea, ammonia, and nitrogenous waste. The long answer is yes, and fish pee is important.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's important to coral reefs.
See, it is actually a very
Someone
big
needs to
deal.
email this to Mark because he's wrong.
Yeah.
Buzzkill. This is actually a little piece over here that was like interesting. About whale pee. So 257 gallons of urine in one day they produce.
Oh.
How about that?
So, like at SeaWorld,
That's what I
where
started.
those
to
whales
think.
are in those tanks, are they just dumping just buckets in like a fire hose of urine?
A dream come true for Trump.
Yeah.
No, that's yeah. That's
Maybe those whales are into it. I allowed myself to be captured. Why?
Yeah.
The urine. The hot urine. It's so cold in this water.
that's
Wait,
from,
read that paragraph that starts with Roman.
Roman said that Roman, I guess, is some dude. Roman said that on rare occasions, marine biologists have glimpsed whales peeing at the ocean's surface, sending geysers into the air while on their backs. We still haven't figured out how to
men.
collect that, he added, masturbating furiously.
that was
makes
not
it-
part of it. He didn't say masturbating.
No, we
That
don't.
makes it sound like they're just peeing on their own bodies. Like
Yeah.
it's just like
The
peeing
whales are
up and then it
gushers.
just
Yeah.
comes
great.
They
back.
get off on it.
Squirters.
But yeah, they're gonna start something called Urine World where It's just it's like how people are going to be like, wait, how much ocean water is that urine world? This is a ripoff.
What I want to know is, can it
That's a
stop
better
the
question.
aging process?
Whale pee?
Whale geyser pee?
Yeah.
You start that rumor.
So much of it.
Next thing you
far-
know,
Yeah.
even less
That's
whales.
the fountain of youth.
Would you go for?
Underside of a whale.
Would you drink it if it gave you 1 year off per?
Can you put it in the Brita filter?
per 274 gallons? No, you cannot.
Your question was something about purses,
If no
Todd?
whales were injured and no coral reefs were killed. Yeah.
And her skin
If-
looks dynamite.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on. So what happens when you drink this
274
whale piss?
gallons of whale piss. You get 1 year added to your
Oh,
life.
I have to drink all those gallons?
I would get a year added to my life?
Yeah, or you look as
A
Wait,
year
why
younger?
is it
Oh.
why is it drinking? I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's topical.
piss. You just float in it.
So I don't live longer. I just look like I'm younger? Fuck that.
You
But
could.
if I could get an
whatever.
extra year in my life, which is so funny because if I just ate better now, I would live longer. Be like, you mean I can keep shoveling McDonald's into my face? Drink whale piss. And it doesn't count.
274 gallons. That's
I can't bring myself to drink like 2 cups of water a day. So I think if I even took that deal, I'd just end up with all this like whale piss undrink at my home.
I mean, Red Bull whale piss.
and then there'd be like a secondary market for like your piss of the whale piss.
The whale piss cleanse that's huge in LA right now.
This has gone through 7 human beings. Angelina Jolie.
Triple distilled whale piss.
Yeah. That was very informative. A pretty good dumb question.
Thank you, Todd.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I agree. I kind
was a
of
good
I kind
question.
of knew we were going to learn stuff. Kind of had a feeling.
Do you want some credit for guessing that we would learn stuff?
Yes.
All right. Then, Lisa, you were right.
Okay.
Lisa was correct.
None of us thought we were going to learn stuff, but Lisa knew. She knew the whole time we were going to learn stuff.
Okay, Mario,
Yeah.
you're up. This is your
sort
first
of sort of a long-winded. All right, if I'm in the bathroom, should I wash my hands before I pull up my pants or after? I feel like if it's after, you're buckling up with poop hands,
That's a really good point.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zipping.
Did you look that up?
Buttoning, buckling.
See, that's the weird thing is certain
I have
ones you
gotten
don't
the-
have to look up.
The
too
thing is,
much.
I'm so inconsistent about it. I'm not really a germaphobe.
Yeah.
I'm more of an but more organized than I am germaphobe. But
Yeah.
I have found myself now washing my hands with my underwear and pants halfway down,
That's what I'm saying.
and just washing and
Yeah.
then pulling up. And I'm like, wait a minute, did I do this last time?
Okay, so
and
what
so
do
am
you-
I. Doesn't matter.
What
at
do
that
you
point.
do like at, let's say you're at the airport and you're a connection or something and you have to poo?
I never have to poo at an airport. Why would I ever do that?
Okay, let's say you had to because you had Costa Coffee, which is not a sponsor.
No,
of
I
the
would have to
show.
do what I had to. I'd have to, I'd have to delicately, like I'm holding a glass of wine like a pretentious snob, pull
yeah.
up my zipper with my two
Pinkies.
fingers,
Yeah.
and then do the
With my
rest too.
shit fingers?
I'll do that too. My non-shit fingers, my pinkies. I'll pull up my belt loops, I guess.
You could just,
Not shit.
well, you could just like avoid touching your belt buckle. But I know before I eat, I always am like, well, I'm about to eat, and I just rub my pants buttons for good luck that the meal will be good.
Oh, you
What
mean
does that have to do
you
with
mean
it?
later in the day? Just avoid touching.
So yeah, so let's say you finish your dirty biz, and then you buckle up, and then wash your hands. Oh, so then you're saying then your buckle
Right.
is now
Your buckle and pants are still.
Your
fecal
butt-
spray or
Think
whatever.
about your
If
button
someone
fly,
put a black
your
light
zipper.
on your buckle
Mm-hmm.
and that upper, yeah, I would just think.
So if I was at a restaurant and it was a
light.
true classy establishment, they would not only have a hand washing sink.
they would have someone wiping for you.
Yeah, or they'd have like a little a buckle rags or something. Be like,
Buckle
"Oh,
rags.
just kind of get in there, shine it like a shoe.
And keep in mind that everyone else's feces is on every other surface. So
I do
really
like
Yeah,
those,
that's a good point.
those foot things they put on doors now to pull it open with
That's
your
so
foot. Because
funny.
half the people I see, like, even when I develop, people just piss and leave. Truck stops, especially, I just
Velveeta
people
room for
leave.
people who don't know
leave
it.
the stall in truck shops and just leave. How do you do that? You just wiped your ass. You're just leaving.
I used to work at an office when one of the like senior people would just take a shit real fast and then walk right back out. Guy was in his 60s, I think.
you saw him just skip the hand washing routine.
Yeah.
Just-
I think he kind of thought he was too good for it.
Maybe he's eating food that's like so advanced it produces very little waste.
He was a rich guy.
When
so-
you're over
Soylent.
65, you don't carry germs anymore. It's part of the perks of getting older.
Oh wow. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
you don't have to even drink that whale piss.
Cheaper movies, no germs.
Yeah, so here we go. This is here's somebody actually had this question. This is on the site called the Data Lounge, which I thought was nice. When you're at Mario, would you like to read that?
Yeah. Let's see. The question they put: how do you avoid not getting fecal matter on your pants belt when taking a
Same
shit
question,
in
How do you
dude.
avoid
I know,
not
but-
shitting?
Shit in public.
in public? I mean, at home too, right?
Wait, these people want to avoid not getting fecal
Right.
matter.
How do you
that means
avoid
they want
not
to get
getting-
fecal matter.
At home, shit's a go-go.
Somebody did point that out. The third
public.
comment is your question is a double negative. The
Yes.
word "not" is unnecessary.
Thanks,
Thank
Internet.
you.
Yep.
But here,
Oh yeah,
Mario,
how do you
read that.
avoid? Okay, when you're at home, you can wash your hands and then pull up your pants / rebuckle your belt. But you're in a public stall, you have to pull up your pants, rebuckle before leaving the stall, or else you'd be standing at the sink with your pants around your ankles.
Which-
Obviously, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to ask you. Really, let's say
Yeah.
you had to dump. You're in Calcutta. You're on a connecting
Well,
flight.
no, I obviously do the thing that I say I think is gross because I just have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
am
you
at the
use the
airport.
pinky
I do.
technique.
Yeah, I do what I can, but I still am aware of the fact that my belt's probably covered in shit.
Yeah, you know how like money is like the filthiest thing, like
Yes.
actual paper money?
Yeah.
Like it's also my my belt buckle.
Someone's phone too. Spray someone's phone with
oh,
black light.
yeah.
Phones.
Gross.
But that's how they launder money for that reason, just because it's the dirtiest thing.
Do you know what laundering means?
Yeah. Do you know what dishwashing means? Asshole.
Also, I always carry baby wipes in my purse, and this shithead responds, "I hope you're woman, but somehow I suspect you're not." What?
You clean
What?
asshole. Here's one. Use lots and lots of toilet paper so your hand doesn't break through the toilet paper and touch actual poop.
Yeah,
Now,
that never
that's-
happens. What kind of like clawed monster?
What's your-
just aggressively like? Oh no, it broke through the barrier.
Oh, I thought you were saying it never happens that you don't break through the toilet paper.
And so look what Anonymous said, wrote next. Easy, make poo-poo in the sink.
Make poo poo in
Well,
sink.
yeah.
You know, your
Break
hand-
through the barrier.
I like this comment. Shit at home. Only losers or people suffering an illness use public restrooms for shitting. For God's sake.
Well, I
So-
would say people suffering an illness are
Yeah.
losers.
So if I have to,
He probably thought about it. He's like, that's too harsh. I should put or
Or
people suffering.
yeah.
I like
And then-
for God's sake at the end. For the sake of God Himself, you're a
Yeah.
loser.
Okay.
All these anonymous people shitting on someone else. No pun.
Yeah.
Into
Well, I think we got to the bottom of that one. That was a good question, Mario.
Sure.
And yeah, they should put a sink in the toilet.
or disposable poop gloves. Yeah, because that's when we need more waste.
yeah.
Oh, make them out of corn or something, biodegradable.
Just use corn cobs.
Well, they make tissues with aloe, make toilet paper with Purell. Just
Oh, burns as
Never wash your
rips through my
hands. Just
hemorrhoids.
wipe
Is
and
that too
go.
much?
Okay, now I think Lisa has a better.
Oh.
Lisa, can you go with your question, please?
Which one? Number 5?
Number 1 up there.
Oh,
Top one.
okay. Why do people like puppy breath? Because whether they admit it or not, everyone likes puppy breath.
You know what's funny is I didn't.
right?
I was like, what is she talking about? Then I went and looked it up, and it's a thing. You were totally right about
You
it.
don't. You've never really taken in the breath of a puppy.
I am not one to, how do you say, ingest the puppy breath.
No, are you a cat person?
No, I just haven't had a puppy in so long.
Oh God!
And I don't, like, how much contact do you have with puppies?
Not a ton, but I've had my fair share, and it's always it's like that new puppy smell. It's that new puppy mouth smell. It's really there's something kind of like it almost. I think it almost smells like amniotic fluid or something.
This is actually a good question. Yeah, this poster.
Okay, we have a veterinarian answer.
Their first
see?
sentence is, good
Look at
question,
that.
here's why.
Did somebody ask why does puppy breath smell good?
The question that we're looking at on Yahoo
Cute.
Answers is
Why-
why do puppies have puppy breath?
Well, that's a dumb way to ask.
that's-
Well,
that's-
yeah.
But
Like
Mario,
Lisa's question is better.
Mario and Mac, do you guys like the way puppy breath smells?
Do you even know about it?
You know, I know
You put
that's
that
like
in a bouquet of flowers, right? Is that puppy's breath? Is that,
I know that's a
I don't know
thing.
what a puppy's breath smells like.
Yeah,
honestly.
me neither.
What?
Well, check this out because this,
So it's not dog breath, but
no,
let's see what this guy has.
Here we go. The smell is perfectly healthy and unfortunately a little like new car smell in that it disappears in a few months.
Amen.
Because check this out. Katarn's this guy's name dropping other vets, I think.
Cotton Zaro.
Puppy breath is a result of their healthy, mild diet of mother's milk and puppy food.
But that's all I eat.
Oh, let me
puppy
have a
breath
whiff.
is exquisite.
Let me have a whiff, Mac.
So
Open your
what
mouth.
you're really smelling is dog milk.
Well, it says, and the
Mama's
enzymes
milk.
that break down these things.
What
Dog-
do they call that?
Dog milk.
Colostrum. That's the special nutrients
Oh,
they get from their mother's milk.
The
when
creepy
they're-
word for it.
Is that
yeah,
just for
the
dogs?
creepy word. No, all babies need colostrum when they're
I guess babies have decent breath, but it's nothing. It's disgusting compared to puppy's breath, right?
yeah.
I don't know.
Human baby breath, gross. Puppy
Oh,
baby
weird.
breath.
Some vets learn in school that puppy breath is caused by a still developing esophagus leaking gas from the stomach.
Adorable.
So they have cute smelling gas leaking from their esophagus?
The source of this is JewishWorldReview.com. Wow.
Let's click on
That's
that and
all
see.
you found? That's all you found on puppy breath.
Yeah, but if you go to Jewish World Review, you get hacked.
Puppy breath. What causes it? First color television. Wait. What is that? What?
This reads like this: puppy breath. M dash. What causes it? Question mark. Semicolon. First color television broadcast. Semicolon. More. Yeah.
I think this was the first site ever on the internet.
There are passionate devotees of this odor who practically snort a little pooch's muzzle every chance they get, which is certainly better than smelling what comes out the other end.
Yeah, you got the whole dog to choose from. Like, why do you have to be that?
This guy's dropping a truth
Yeah.
bomb.
All right, I'm gonna close.
Now he's just quoting the other thing.
I'm gonna close
He's
this
got a punch up
website because
right.
that's disgusting. But that was a really good question.
Oh, thanks.
And apparently, you are a big fan of dog milk.
yeah. Love this milk.
Gross.
This Mac, I'd like you to go to your number 2 question.
So, for some reason, because of Dr. Pepper, there are a lot of, it's now like a category of soda. And,
You seem pissed off about it.
well, no, I'm happy about it. In fact, for some reason, I would often comment to people, I'd be like, if I had more time on my hands, I'd collect all of these different doctor-based, these doctor sodas. Like Dr. Thunder, Dr. B, like there's a bunch of them. And then I
What?
read recently that there's for some reason, some university professor has a massive collection of all these different doctor sodas.
So he
And
beat you to it.
No, I appreciated that someone was actually doing it. I was like, thank you. Someone out there is doing this
Do you know what
work.
kind of
I don't have
professor?
to. Yeah, I appreciate it. So my question is, why is it called Dr. Did the doctor create Dr. Pepper? That's all I want to know. How come this soda got its name Doctor?
Did a doctor create Dr. Pepper? Is your question.
Is it named after, I think maybe a doctor made it and was like, Dr. Stevenson, what are you going to call it? Dr. Stevenson soda? It's got a little bit of a kick. How about Dr. Pepper? Almost as if you'd name like a dog, like Todd Jr. or something like that. It's like, well, it's not your son.
Who names dogs after themselves?
Dr.
Dr. Pepper does.
Like the
Dr. Pepper Jr., come in here. It's time for me to smell
lady-
your puppy's breath.
Lyndon Baines Johnson had LBJ Little Beagle Johnson,
Oh my god.
part of the family, maybe a doctor.
I thought he named it Little Blowjob.
No, that's his name.
He named his dog Lyndon Baines Johnson.
No, he named it Little Beagle Johnson. His nickname was Larry Bird Johnson because he's a big fan of the yet-to-be-born basketball player.
Phenomenal fan of the Celts.
I got a
have
feeling
a-
one day there's going to be a basketball player. Shoots a lot of threes.
A what, Your Honor?
What? I blacked out. That's not a good LBJ impression, by the way.
Who knows?
Okay, so there's a lot of information about Dr. Pepper on the internet. None of it answers that question.
Oh, but
But-
who, did it say who
Well,
made
who
it, though?
invents it?
Yeah.
Are they from? Isn't Dr. Pepper from Texas?
Waco.
Yeah.
At least
Waco?
that's where the plant is.
So
yeah, there
Dr.
you
Pepper
go.
was formulated by Brooklyn-born pharmacist Charles Alderton in Morrison's Old Corner drugstore in Waco, Texas. To test his new drink, he offered it to the store owner, Wade Morrison, who also found it to his liking.
I find this to my liking, sir.
Patrons at Morrison's Soda Fountain soon learned of Alderton's new drink and began ordering Waco.
I like Alderton's New Drink. Seems like a book I had to read in like elementary school.
Alderton, give me a Waco. But Alderton, this is where it gets weird. Alderton gave the formula to Morrison, who named it Dr. Pepper. But the soda's official name is said to come from Dr. Charles T. Pepper.
What?
a doctor who gave Wade Morrison permission to marry his daughter,
What the-
though they never wed.
Oh, what a bitter taste Dr. Pepper must have had for the Pepper family.
So so this guy Alderton invents it, gives it to
A
this guy.
pharmacist.
Not a doctor.
But he stole it. Apparently,
But he
Alderton
gave it to
stole it.
Morrison, whose store it was. Morrison got the permission to marry Dr. Charles Pepper's daughter? Apparently. This is not confirmed, by the way. And then she said no, and then...
How
So
is it not?
basically-
How is it not like a Wikipedia entry on
Yeah.
this already?
Why is
Where
it
do you
called
think
a-
I got this from?
I don't know.
Why is it called a formula and not a recipe? Makes it formula makes it sound like it's just a bunch of
Have you ever had it?
chemicals.
Yeah, no, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, it makes sense actually.
But it still doesn't, I wonder why he was like, I'm going to name this after you, Chucky P.
There's actually like 7 or 8 theories is one of them, and they're all non-confirmed. I mean, the people over at
What?
Dr. Pepper website keep a tight lid on this shit. They don't want to get out.
Can we look at what's it called in the
Yeah.
Netherlands?
Yeah, look at that.
Dr. Foots.
That's the other interesting thing I found. It's called Dr. Foots in the Netherlands.
I love that.
Yeah.
And somewhere there's a guy at a university collecting a Dr. Foots, so we don't have to. So
And I think from now on, if we ever order Dr. Pepper at a restaurant, we need to order it as Dr. Foots.
Just
and
go and be like-
insist.
do you have Dr. Foots here? Oh, I'm sorry, you call it Dr. Pepper. I don't know what I
Get
can
indignant when they say no.
Dutch people are more like this. Do you have Dr. Foots?
I was visiting my
I love to eat a Dr. Foots. I love Foots in my mouth.
my grandparents in Massachusetts, and
State dropping.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper is a little bit more popular now than it was like 10 years ago, or whatever. I remember being like,
10 years. Wait, you're saying that 10 years? In 10 years, Dr. Pepper has had.
yeah, Dr. Pepper is like
Become more popular in the past 10?
It has.
I guess I grew up in Texas. I'm familiar with Dr. Mario, you grew up in New Jersey. You familiar with Dr. Pepper?
I did. I also went to school in the South, so I'm curious who Mr. Pibb is and where he got his recipe from.
You know, they try to call
Formula.
it Dr. Pibb.
Formula.
Dr. Pibb, and then they.
Dr. Pibb?
Yeah, and then they sued him and they call him Mr. Pibb.
He didn't have a doctorate.
Yeah,
otherwise.
I think he molested a kid too. So
Oh my goodness!
they took away his doctorship.
Don't go to Pibb's car.
Yeah, no, it was fictional. It's fictional.
But I visited my grandparents, and I remember being in a restaurant, and I'm like, "You probably don't have it, but by any chance you have a Dr. Pepper?" And I prefaced it too with like, "You probably don't." And the lady just could not be more incredulous. She was like, "Dr. Pepper? I mean, I've seen it in stores, but to have it in a restaurant, where's your horse, you fucking hick? Good God, you dumb hayseed with your swill." And it's like, "I'm sorry, Coke." And then I guess like, "Oh, that's fine."
Grandma, it's your turn to order.
Yeah. Grandma already had her drink.
I'll have a Coca-Cola.
No.
Fuck you, old lady.
She had a Manhattan.
You know, in the when
good
I
for
waited tables in the South, and they would say, "What kind of Cokes do you have?" And what kind of sodas do you have? Is what
Yeah.
they went. I'm like,
Yeah.
diet and regular, but yeah, that Cokes is like Kleenex down there.
What is it? There is a very distinctive taste of Dr. Pepper that makes it different.
All
And
23 flavors acting in conjunction in the formula.
and a formula.
You bet.
Keep that a secret. That secret
Okay,
formula.
well, nobody really knows. Mac is the answer to that
Oh,
question.
okay.
It's old mom's formula.
Yeah.
Oh, Mom.
An Uruguayan gentleman fell into the vat, and so now they have to dump one in every time. I don't know why Uruguay.
How much fish pee is in Dr. Pepper? That's my question.
Oh, man. Mario, would you like to do number 2?
Do you think dogs who watch their owners having sex get confused or jealous?
Good question.
What do you guys think? You know a lot about dogs and milk.
And
You're one of the state's leading comedian dog milk purveyors or connoisseurs.
finally, people recognize that.
Do you have a dog?
I have 2 dogs,
What size?
but I don't have sex. They're small. They're very small.
Do you get confused or angry when they have sex?
Very
Confused or jealous?
Very confused. I have small dogs. They're both under 15 pounds each.
Cool.
Little pocket-sized
Yeah.
pups. And what do I think about? Well, I mean, dogs don't get jealous. There's no such thing as jealousy.
I don't
But what do you call it when
disagree with that.
if a dog is eating another dog's bowl, and the dog's like, "That's mine."
That's territorial.
That's
Okay,
territorial.
well then maybe replace jealousy with territorial.
I think jealousy is only a human emotion, feeling.
Do you think they get envious?
Do you think they get territorial?
They have to recognize what humping looks like, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think that I wish I could be doing that, but they, is it not what they think? That's what I
I
always
think they
thought.
probably get scared because they think there's something like physically aggressive happening, which,
Yeah.
My old dog Oscar would chatter his teeth and get nervous if my mom or dad hugged me.
I had sex with
Anyone
you.
hugged me.
Chatter his teeth.
My dog would get so pissed when I had sex with my mom.
Not jealous.
Mario, come on.
Well, my dog that I had, Stargel, hated dancing which I would
As he should.
I would just dance and he would be like ah, and like attack my leg, but I would do it because it was so funny.
Was your dog a Methodist? Is that right?
Yeah.
We were in Waco.
I like
Taylor,
the way that this
Yeah.
was phrased. Dogs tend, this is on Yahoo Answers. Dogs tend to be overprotective of their owners.
Please read this in a Southern accent.
Dogs tend to be overprotective of their owners. They get mad because they seem to observe that the owners are victims of some sort of heinous criminal activity. This is sensed through your preferred positions and facial expressions, which gives them an inkling their owners are being oppressed.
Does that sound like it was written by a Southern lawyer? Your Honor, these scenes are unusual in the set. That is how they perceive sexual activity of humans where, in fact, owners enjoy it the most. Owners enjoy it the
This
most.
guy felt
But look at the sources.
Source.
Yeah, personal observation.
I wish that guy was here right now.
yeah, his sources are, he's listed his own sources.
Labrador.
Was he having sex and just
_
Personal
stopped?
observation and analysis.
How was he doing both?
How
Was he having sex and observing his pets?
This is sensed through your preferred positions and facial expressions, which gives them an inkling their owners are being oppressed.
I know.
What?
My face looks surprised, so I don't know. What
So they're saying if you're really, really into it and you're just like, you're like making like a pained face, I guess.
Sure.
The dog is like, Rick, no.
I think probably dogs get scared or they get
Probably your dog gets mad
protective.
because he is embarrassed that his owner is so pitiful in bed.
Yeah.
No, thank you, Yahoo Answers.
7 thumbs up for that
Because
one.
they
Someone's
think
got to be an a-hole.
because they think they are their preferred partner. They're jealous. I was once in bed with someone and his dog got between us and wouldn't let us kiss or hug or anything.
That's not jealousy.
You get a nice crop of people on Yahoo Answers. That's what the point of this is. I mean, this is great.
Yahoo
stuff.
Answers is a sewer. Well, not always.
So
I think
Wait, what's the best answer?
Oh, wait. Look
Best
at the
answer.
first best answer. They are in love with their THERE owner, their owner, and believe they own them and get envious and hate your girlfriend and are spiteful to her and wants her gone so the dog can have you to them to itself. Yup. Oh, they didn't get any thumbs up on that answer.
Asker's rating.
Trophy for
They
that
gave
one.
5
this
stars.
one 5 stars.
Gets a trophy.
They, the person who wrote that gave themselves 5 stars.
Oh man, that was 5 years
That's
ago.
the
too.
best answer?
Yeah.
They are in love with their owner.
So, but this question was, why do dogs get mad when their owners have sex? So presupposes that they do.
Yeah, I mean, I
yeah.
couldn't find
Yeah,
jealous
yeah.
or confused or whatever.
What are dogs thinking when you have sex?
Yeah, I mean, I think basically the other things were like, they're like kind of confused. It smells a little different in the room, but they're like, it's cool.
Smells different in
There
the
you
room.
go.
Cool.
Yeah, because,
Smells different. And dogs are earthy,
yeah, but
as my grandmother says.
You're finished. You open the door and the dog's like,
you might want to sniff around a little bit.
smell different in there. What? My dog really likes my socks. Like if I take off,
Dirty socks.
my socks.
Yeah.
It'll hump them. It'll like shove them down her throat. Like she's like, oh, I gotta get the sock. So I don't think she
Sounds
can-
more like a fetish.
I don't
though.
think. Yeah, no, it is. She's just like, oh, fuck me. Like
I gotta eat cum socks.
I don't. No, they're not cum socks. Unless I stepped in cum.
Oh, God. Ugh. Stepped in a
Jeez.
pile of cum
Come
again.
on.
But you wash your hands
are my
before you
nice
pull up,
socks.
right?
Why do I keep taking off my shoes in this porno booth on the adult megaplex, which I shave a minute off my time if I just cut through it going home from work. That'd be a really funny, like, were you at a porn store? Well, it's faster way to home.
I use Waze
Yeah. Waze took me right there. I don't know why. honey.
right through a porn shop.
Okay.
Yeah, because porn is only available in a shop. That's the only way.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, what?
Porn shop.
Do you mean?
Just walk on top of the bed of any Motel 6 room.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry,
Yeah.
Motel 6, today's sponsor.
That is weird that they are a sponsor,
Yeah.
and that's
We'll leave the black light on.
Nice.
You just think of that? Or did you have
Yeah, I
that
did
before?
actually. Yeah,
Well played.
that almost sounded locked and loaded, but no.
Yeah. They won't do that though. They don't want you to know.
Does the black light? I know black lights show cum, but they don't show poo.
There's your next question, Todd.
Yeah,
You know what's funny is they show scorpions though too. They show
Oh.
scorpions UV light.
that's because scorpions are full of cum.
Oh. That could have been an awesome question. Well, how come scorpions have so much cum in them?
Okay, let's move on. We're doing great. You guys are doing great. There's a lot of dumb questions. Lisa.
Yeah.
You're up, top of the screen.
Oh, this is a good question.
It is a good question.
Has anyone ever?
So fucking dumb.
Now this is actually I don't like haunted houses.
Yeah, explain this question.
Has anyone ever actually been murdered in a haunted house?
Now, do you mean like the amusement kind variety?
What
or like
yeah.
a hotel that's notoriously
that's how it-
haunted.
That's how it gets
You mean
haunted.
like a real-
No, oh yeah. I mean like one that's set up to be like, ooh, like
Yeah.
with scary scenes.
So I was like, who do you think is
Oh,
haunting
so you
it?
mean like a manufactured haunted house?
that's what I mean. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. That
So
could be
one
confusing.
that someone has like put on for entertainment, like created this, and then
People
someone actually
pay
gets
money to walk
murdered in
through a
there.
maze of just horror scenes and be scared
Cum
and
puddles.
scream and cum puddles.
But you mean like there's scorpions everywhere in this room?
and whale urine and feces and.
But you
I've
mean
always,
you mean like the Driscoll that is notoriously
No.
haunted?
no?
You mean like
I mean
House
like
of Torment or something?
yeah, like around Halloween, it's like come on down, and there's actors that act, they act out scary, and you walk through and you get spooked, and that's the whole. Concept.
So has anybody been murdered in there? Is your question?
That is my question because I hate haunted houses. I'm like, why would you do?
Yeah.
And I've always thought that would be the perfect place for a killer to just kill people while other people are watching, and nobody would know because they would just think it was part of.
That'd
the
be a pretty
theatrics.
decent SVU episode too. Oh, look at this. There you go. Has anyone ever been killed or assaulted in a haunted house? Parentheses, the kind they use for entertainment.
Yeah.
Wow.
I only thought of that because I read this, but
Good lord.
on July 17th, 1947, in a small town in Vermont, a body was discovered in a, quote, haunted house, end quote, set up by a small independent carnival.
Oh, small.
That sounds reputable.
A mom and pop carnival.
Yeah.
IndyCarn.
A knife had been plunged into a man's eye. His body was discovered by carnival goers who thought it was part of the ride. It was not discovered to be a real body until the carnival shut down for the night.
See, good. He'd probably given the
Well,
killer
that guy commits.
ample time to escape.
Workers noticed a prop that wasn't supposed to be there.
Hey, who put this weird knife and eye guy?
Yeah, the prop was an actual body.
This is the mummy room, and someone dropped a guy with a knife in his eye, just wearing Dockers. Let's come on, people, let's clean it up.
Knife and eye guy.
It goes on to just say
No
that
They couldn't find any suspects because he got away. The body was that of a local man. CPIC.
Oh, is there a pic?
Yeah, send me a JPEG of this local man.
Authorities that released the news stated that Carnival was operated by, of course, Ringling Brothers. Oh, but it wasn't.
They used to kill people.
Ringling Brothers is not into indie.
There we got a comedy writer, 2 down.
What is that?
I bet you get a lot of exercise jumping to conclusions like that.
And that was 8 years ago, too. That was before that response was popular.
You got 2 thumbs up for that.
That was
John
before
Jones?
rim shots existed.
Well, see that, but
Yeah,
that
why
is
did
referring to
they-
this. That's referring to this quote right here. It's statistically way more likely to get assaulted while working as an actor at one of those places. When people get startled, sometimes they don't think straight and strike on reflex.
Right. It's just dangerous across the board. There's one down there. I kicked a guy in the stomach for chasing me with a chainsaw on one of those. Scared the hell out of me.
Look at this person's comment. Nope, it's just bobbing for apples in haunted houses. What rose-colored glasses you view the world through.
Yeah, and then someone holds your head under the water when you're bobbing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ew,
great.
2 girls
Eek.
were okay.
So people, yes, the answer is people do get killed in there, but only the kind of thing that gets reported on Yahoo Answers.
But
And
I
only in
mean,
1947.
yeah.
Lisa, into your point of it being a good place to commit a crime, it proven that it did work because they didn't find it until later.
but it's
just a
hacky now,
prop.
so no one does it
There's
anymore.
no verification that this actually happened, by the way.
This is.
It's
What are
in
you
it.
talking about?
He credited a book.
Is that all? Is that all you found on the internet about?
Yeah.
Oh, is
and
that
I was-
all he found?
And I was running out of time, so
Okay.
that was a good question.
Only one murder, Todd?
Not so dumb.
I'll do some research later.
All right, let's do one more round. Mac.
All right, my question: do animals like music? Because I have a dog. Spoiler alert! And we'll play music in the house, and the dog just seems sort of like kind of ambivalent to it. And I wonder, A, is it annoying? Like because of they have better hearing than us, or B, will there ever be a time where the dog is like, yeah?
Maybe not the dog. And only a
Classical
couple,
music.
Only a couple of species of animals are known to like music. I'm gonna skip that.
These are
Let's
the kind of studies that are meant to like make your grandfather mad.
When I went to the
tax
shelter-
money.
When I went to the shelter, they were playing classical music in the cat room.
Well, if you go to musicforcats.com, you are going to hear
Well.
this. This is made for cats.
Oh, there's purring. Oh my god.
Somewhere there's a keyboard is doing this.
And there's a bunch of cats doing this.
Do you hear them
Yeah,
meow?
yeah, I heard.
Mew. Do you like Cat Tiesto? Man, there's a cat festival this weekend.
Do you think your dog would be confused if you were having sex to this music?
I think I would be confused.
I'd be angry
Yeah.
if this was.
I'd be like, why isn't my penis working?
But they have music for cats. Now, if you like that,
Donate to their Kickstarter.
yeah.
Every Sunday on NPR.
Also, monkeys like music, but monkey music is a little different. Let me show you.
Oh no.
Is this? Well, this is
that
fearful.
fearful?
Is this fearful or happy?
Why would you play fearful monkey music?
Oh,
What's the point of
caught
that?
my ad blocker. I got an
Well,
ad
when
blocker
those
on.
damn apes take over, I'm gonna need some to scare them away.
Yeah, is this
Oh,
the
boy.
happy or the fearful monkey?
Is
It's
it
all
both?
the same monkeys.
Wait.
Now we're getting a sexy ad for.
Oh, these are based on structural aspects of the calls, but aren't directly mimicking monkey
Yeah, but
calls.
you could get into this if you really wanted to, right?
If you really wanted to, sure.
Got a good beat.
Depends on what drugs I'm on.
This is what they torture people with. Turn on the music.
Oh my
the
god!
monkey
It
music.
said each of these 30-second things were made by Cello, and the guy's voice and his last name is T-E-I-E. He's the same dude who did music for cats.
What?
This guy's like the Andy Serkis of animal
is it him?
music.
Look, the thing is, yes, animals like music.
Well, I'm talking about my dog.
Your dog doesn't like shit.
Emo
'cause you didn't
music,
understand.
Stupid dog.
emo like Elliot. It's all like music for pussies, I think. So
What about just big old dirty dogs? Little George Thurgood, is that what my dog likes?
Does your dog get confused or angry by your sex tape music? That would be a good thing to go into.
Yeah, the Moonlighting soundtrack.
Some walk by night.
Oh my god.
Some.
I have
Al
sex,
Jarreau?
I have sex
Al Jarreau?
exclusively to the Blade Runner soundtrack. So whether or not my dog likes Vangelis is the
That's right.
real thing to be
That's
determined.
isn't that like monkey music?
Hey,
they
watch your mouth.
also did the what was their other big thing? The Chariots
Chariots
of
of
Fire,
Fire?
right?
Oh, was that Vangelis?
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
fuck yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
And he loved God. Okay, Mario.
Yeah.
Why don't you pick one of your two remaining questions? We'll do
Okay.
one of those.
Do flies really crap on you every time they land on you?
Is that a thing?
Or they crap on
That's
anything?
I was
not
told when
just
I was
you.
a kid that every time they land, they
I
shit.
Okay,
was
so-
told that too.
Yeah.
I was told
that's
that.
a common thing. That's actually a pretty good question. And this is a little
but that's a lot of shitting. They land a lot.
This is what I found related to that before we get to the real answer. Is a Yahoo answer related to this. Yahoo question related to this question. What does it mean when you are pooped on by a pigeon in a dream? In the dream, I'm in a garage. I have no clue where, with a whole bunch of people I don't know, all guys. And then my girlfriend walks up with a whole bunch of random girls with her that I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Then all of a sudden, a bunch of pigeons fly by, about 7 to 10. All of them fly by without, quote, pooping. Then there's one left behind, and he, quote, goes and hits me on only me with his, quote, poop.
with his double quote poop.
He is using, there are 4 quotes around that word. You're right. Does anyone know what this symbolizes?
And then there's an update, which I guess he was getting some answers he didn't like.
Let's look at the
makes me
top
happy
answer,
every
and then we'll go back.
A pigeon comes into a room, and it's just me and a bunch of guys, and their bodies are so hot.
Wait, look at the best answer. This answer has
Read it, Mario.
credibility. Apparently, pooping is not really a good symbol and indicates that you are being shit on by someone. Your girlfriend and girls indicates that somehow they're the ones doing the shitting as the pigeons fly by when they come into the garage. Perhaps you're feeling used and treated badly.
Oh.
Or maybe
That was the best answer.
Yeah.
Let's see what the update is now. The original poster said, I am very much happy with my girlfriend, and I do not resent being with her at all. I couldn't be happier. We have to get, God damn it, pigeons, get out of my fucking garage. Right, dudes? I couldn't be happier. We have been together a long time now. I couldn't care less if we were with another girl because I found that she makes me happy. Bob, boring.
Whatever.
Well, she
seems-
makes him happy, perhaps, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
That almost seems like she saw that answer and was like, "What, do you hate me? The internet thinks you do." No, honey. Look, I love it.
And here's actually a good website, good answer called ThoughtCo. Houseflies live on liquid diets. Okay.
Okay.
They taste with their feet.
Smoothies.
So they love like a fresh poop. They have like straw, whatever, I don't know what they use, straw dicks or something where they slurp it up.
Yeah, straw dicks.
So
They taste with their feet.
they poop on
Wait,
you.
a scratch and sniff welcome mats.
They
in all
don't
the
poop on
fly
you every time.
houses.
That's
Okay.
the long. I mean, this is a huge website, and I've already read it. So
A housefly.
Bragging. I've already read it.
So what's the answer?
So is the answer?
Do they poop and vomit on everything?
yeah, some things like only like your picnic food or whatever.
Occasionally, those flies will come to rest on you. So you're probably wondering, blah blah blah. Okay.
Right.
Well,
So yeah,
their feet are landing
They-
on poop and vomit, and then they land on you with their feet.
exactly, because they taste with their feet, which is pretty interesting.
Those times where they do poop and vomit on you, I wonder if it's like instantaneously or if you get them away like real fast or the fly's already like, too late, did it already.
Do you-
Oh, wait,
Do
look
think
at
that they're
the
like-
last paragraph
Yeah.
there. If the fly gets a message from its feet saying, this guy tastes pretty good, take a lick, you're probably going to get a little fly vomit, a.k.a. Jeff Goldblumium, on you.
Yeah.
And hey, if the fly has got to go, it's got to go. So you might have to get a little fly poop on you too. Okay.
So if flies are just landing on you, then you should probably just take a shower.
Yeah, yeah. Your belt buckle is no longer your primary concern. You are now shittier than your belt buckle.
A fly lands on my belt buckle.
Yeah. So this is
Okay.
So that was. I thought that was a
So
pretty
wait,
good question.
so was the answer? Okay,
answer is
kind of yes.
not every
Not
time.
every
Not
time,
every time.
but yes,
Not
they
every
do.
time.
Okay.
But it does so many gross things that don't have, definitely keep doing this when flies come near your food. A little bit of this goes a long way.
Yeah, because they love poop, and they seem to like poop.
Why do they like that so
I have
much?
to stop eating poop for lunch. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They're all over it.
Or if they're approaching your food, take a real quick shit and then as a diversionary tactic.
in public?
Yeah, and then wipe after you're done because, we've been over that.
Yeah, one thing I don't want this show to be is repetitive.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, Lisa, you got I got 3 left for you. Why don't you just read them all real quick and we'll pick one?
Okay, why can't dogs and cats make dog cats?
Oh, genetic speciation. Next.
Yeah.
Damn it. Speciation? Then why can they make zonkies?
Because
They're
They're
sort
the
of
same
the same
species.
species.
They're
I
yeah,
get
but
it.
then zonkies they're sterile, aren't they?
That's a zonky.
A
Zebra
zebra
and a donkey.
donkey.
I know a mule is sterile.
A zonkey's a zebra that is like really antiquated like views on race stuff. It's from the South.
Okay, is it
Honky.
illegal to throw money in the garbage, even those dirty, useless pennies?
It is it? I
no.
think-
It is.
Isn't it
No,
illegal
to
to
destroy
legal
them.
tender? To destroy them?
You're not
So
supposed to destroy it.
you can't deface $1 with a marker, right? You can't put a mustache on a president. Is that true?
You'll go to
No,
jail.
God, no.
That's a
Why-
felony.
Why would one? Why?
I was at Starbucks one time and I only had 50 and they wouldn't take it. And I was like, you have to take it. It says here you have to take it. And they're like, next. And I was like, no. And I looked up later. And if they had already given me the drink, then they would have had to take it. But because they hadn't given me anything yet, a debt was not created, and therefore they were
Interesting.
well within the rights to tell me to fuck off.
You're
So-
like, give me a Dr. Foot.
Yeah, so I think I'm a libertarian now. I think that's what happened.
Did you ever have a Jack and Foots? Oh,
Oh,
so good.
pretty good.
I would be the same way. I would be like, no, this is freaking
Yeah.
tender here.
Cash my 50. I want a latte, and I start crying.
Where did you? So you went back? Did you go to like a computer and be like,
Yeah, I was all huffy and puffy. I looked at my phone. I was like, I'll show them an apology letter that I'm writing right now. I'm so sorry I yelled at you.
did you not have a credit card or debit card?
Nah, I don't know why.
I do that kind of thing though. I'll make a real stand. Just because I'm getting older, I'm turning into a
Yeah.
dad with no kids. I'm just be an asshole to a clerk.
Well, I wasn't an asshole, but
Although you
Sounds
might have,
like it.
you kind of seems like an asshole because you're complaining they won't take your 50. Like,
it was the smallest bill I had, Lisa. My wallet was just overflowing. I was like, I have to start using some of these 50s.
yeah, there's just hundreds falling off to the side.
Yeah,
They wouldn't take my gold brick.
it says right on it.
Yeah, it says right on it, gold.
You were like this.
Yeah. Do you like the shine? Well, give me a beverage.
All right, Lisa, you got your last question here. Why
All
don't we
right,
do that
I'll
one?
just do that one because to go with
This
the
is-
motif.
Yeah,
Why did the bidet never catch on in America? I mean,
That's a good
great
question.
question.
I
it's
feel
just
like-
makes sense.
I feel like I've heard a lot of people talk about these toilets, though, that now have them.
Oh, you can
Oh,
buy
that's
you can
bullshit.
buy like a little like an addition, like a little like plastic.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
Japanese
Squirter.
toilets come with like noises and stuff because they're so ashamed of it. That's absolutely true. Look it up right now.
Oh, quick toilet! My date is here. Make yourself scarce.
Just put Japanese toilets, and it's like the sounds and sound effects because they want to cover up.
Is it like kitties and stars and shit playing? Like,
I don't know.
Well, that's why people run
Yeah.
water, like which is I don't care how much of an environmentalist you are. If you got your date in the other room,
Well,
you're gonna
I
have
used-
the water running.
My freshman year, I shared a bathroom with like 3 other dudes, and I had to turn the water on to poop for some reason. I don't know why I cared if these dumb bros heard me. And then
right.
when I went home,
Do you think Mac actually uses the bathroom
Yeah.
in there, or
these grossest guys ever? But then when I went home, I couldn't go unless I had the water on, so I fucked myself.
Yeah.
here's the best answer to that one. I grew up somewhat in the USA, although I'm half Saudi American. Now I'm an adult, married, and own my own home in Saudi. Bidets are standard over here. I do know that I had more urinary infections living in the US than I can count. And I've never had one single infection while here in Saudi, now that I use the bidet. They are so much more sanitary than just dry wiping and going. Ew, I can't possibly imagine living without one now. I can understand that. But I used one in Spain the first time I used one. I was like, oh, cool. This hotel has this is like 2007 or something. I'm like a bidet. And I turned it on and it like kind of is aimed like, some of them are aimed like at the back of your butt. And it was just hot water. It just scorched my anus with hot water. It's
That's
just
the
like,
way I like
yo!
it. That's right. That's a clean anus right there.
I used one for the first time, and I divorced my wife. Honey, I met a bidet.
Back in the 90s, I saw a clean anus with.
My grandparents
pee.
had a bidet.
Hey, Lisa.
Did they? Where were they from? Did you have a Greek last name?
The United States of America.
Your last name is Greek though, right?
No, it's
And I'll
Espanol.
proudly stand
Oh, is it?
up.
Cool, cool. You just got 10 times more interesting. Cool, cool.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Delarios.
They had a bidet? Did they
Yeah, they had a
import
bidet.
it?
They were just fancy like that. But they really weren't that fancy. I don't know why they had a bidet.
I think they were just used to it.
It was the 70s, you know, I think it was just...
It was a time for
but you know what I read somewhere, like, I mean, you think about it, like, if you had poop on your hand and you just wiped it off with dry paper, like, that wouldn't be clean, but that's how our butts are. Like, we're just wiping poop off with dry paper.
But we're not picking things up with our butts and handing them to people.
Speak for yourself.
You're not, yeah. There's a whole channel.
We're not-
I'm
shaking
picking
hands.
up lots of things with my butt. Picking up friends. Okay.
I mean,
But-
here's
but-
the real answer is not even that interesting. It's like
Oh.
basically
No.
because the fixture was a French invention, it was rejected by the English, and that drifted across the pond. And during World War II, American soldiers only saw bidets in European brothels,
Yeah.
perpetuating the idea that bidets were somehow associated with immorality, which they are.
A clean butt is
water
very
on,
immoral.
hot
I
water
read-
on your anus.
I read
That does not
immortality
sound-
for a second.
Yeah.
Well, they just need to have those
Both.
commercials. with those like cute cartoon bears washing out their buttholes, and then next thing you know, we'll all have bidets. I do feel like I've heard a lot of like celebrities, or maybe just Andy Richter, talking about like how, like, you know, because we all need like a new gadget or whatever, and apparently like bidets are maybe I'm just making this up, but I do think bidets maybe are on the rise. Well, I don't know.
What?
Let's
What
get
was that
into
last part?
that's my
Bidets
plan
are on
B.
the rise.
Plan B, bidet.
Yeah. Okay.
You're playing like instead of
Comedy.
Oh, okay. I thought I've been playing like the pill. Like, oh, I think I might be pregnant. Just go sit in the bidet
Flush
for
it
a while.
out. Flush it out.
Okay. Now it's the final time. Who had the dumbest question? Let's go through real quick and keep it in your
The
head.
dumbest question being, you should have known that answer.
No.
already? Okay.
What are you, dumb? What are you, stupid?
I mean, I feel like
Wait, do
That's
I win
the goal.
now?
Yeah.
I win.
I think if you're looking for answers that are sort of telling or questions that are telling about the person, I think I learned a lot about Lisa today. I think after a couple glasses of wine and her dog and cat are next to each other, she's like, "Hey, why don't you guys fuck?"
Come on.
Dog cats. Why can't be cat?
Somebody
cuddles?
else neutered them.
I'm going to say that the dumbest question is, I gotta go with this first one. It's just so fucking... No, you know what? The second one. This one made me laugh the hardest when I read it. Did a doctor create Dr. Pepper?
I don't know why you think that's dumb. That seems super smart.
Either way, Mac, you won. You had the dumbest
I
question.
don't want to win this.
Fucking moron. All right,
I'm
today,
proud of you, Mac.
Well,
I'm proud
In the
of
words
you.
of
Good
the
job,
band, Supersonic, is that who had the song Closing Time? Semisonic.
Oh my God.
What kind
another
of prize?
terrible song.
What kind
All
of
these-
prize can you win that you don't want to win it?
Oh,
Apparently this
yeah.
the dumbest question show.
Oh,
guys.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, congratulations, Mac Blake.
Thank you.
Anything to plug? If anybody's watching an hour and a half of this thing.
Yeah, if you like dumb questions and dumb answers, I have 2 albums available at finer digital retailers everywhere.
Should have done that at the beginning of the show.
Don't worry about it.
Mario,
What's that?
anything to plug?
Sure, go to mariosomething.com, or better yet, come down to the Velveeta room on 6th Street.
I hope this is a more national broadcast than Austin. 6th Street in Austin, Texas.
I don't
It's a
care where they
world-renowned-
live. Make their way down there.
Yeah, it's a world-renowned club.
Lisa,
I'd like to plug Mac's album.
No, thank you.
which one though? I thought the first one was a
Both
little
of 'em.
contrived, but the second one had its moments.
Which one? The latest one.
Live at Cold Town EP.
Live at
So
Cold
it's
Town
only an
EP.
EP. It's like half as much as the other album.
It's 4 jokes.
Yeah, it's 2 jokes and then a couple songs. Just me jamming out.
How much of the ocean is EP?
Yeah.
Frank Ocean. That didn't make sense. Okay. Thank you for joining us. This has been The Dumbest Question. I hope you got dumber.